Hello and welcome to a special edition of Let's Play. This I would probably put down as a Let's Play extended version. This is Total War's latest take, Rome 2. Highly anticipated game. I played a lot of the other ones, Shogun, Medieval, and other ones in the Total War series, well versed in this sort of game. Not the sort of game I'd normally review due to the fact it's quite long and extensive and very complicated, but I'm not going to base it on gameplay as such. It's on actual battles. I'll be doing a more round look at actually how to play this game, because a lot of people found this game very confusing. This short review will be on exactly how to actually play it and what all the buttons do and all the menus, and yeah, I'll take you through a few turns and give you the highlights of what exactly is going on. Let's take you into the game. We'll do a new campaign. These are the countries. It is Europe technically, so all over Europe. Yeah, you got Lodium, I should say, or Essent is based as England, and there's other tribes around the world, Egypt, Rome of course, and they've got their recap, their factions. This is where it gets a bit confusing, because these are different factions within the group. The House of Julia, and Cornelia. These are all different group factions itself, and you can see here that things change depending on what you've picked. You get traits that plus and minus itself. We're going to switch and go the English if we can get back to them. Yep. Initial challenge is easy, game difficulty set to normal. It goes all the way up to very hard, up to legendary, ridiculous levels. So we'll keep it on normal right now. And here's advantages of things we get here. It gives you conditions, the conditions to do to complete the game itself, and campaign settings. Advisor help will turn you off. It's really annoying to get advisor help. I am the advisor for this one. Okay, and we'll kick into this campaign right now. Start campaign. The game has some load time issues. It does take a while to load, and people have complained about the fact that that some of the times when it goes into the computer AI to do the turns can take quite a while. There is a massive load of countries and factions for it to roll through, so people did complain about it takes time. But if that's a complaint, then what the heck's going on here? Because this Total War, it's always like that. If you play any of the games, it does that. But that's kind of the aspect of the game itself. My computer is a bit rubbish, so this is tanking my frame rate. I'll try and do my best to give you a decent video of this. It shouldn't, hopefully not affect my gameplay itself or anything you're going to watch. Just an FYI for that.
Your people are warriors, but you seek to live in harmony with your kin. The Demeter have chosen to disrupt your peace and bring harm to your people, so stopping them must be your first order of business. The Brigantes are also unreliable and should be dealt with by any means possible. Finally, the Belgic Atrebates leave you little choice but war after their many attempts to settle your lands. However, you share no bad blood with the Damnonia, so they may prove valuable allies when you cross the narrow sea. By the will of Andraste, the Iceni will never yield.
Okay, and this is what you agreed to at the start of the game. You give me this kind of blurb of what exactly is happening here, and it gives you money. Ascent to the Boulder Treasury, undertakings. Control 8 settlements either by direct ownership or through military allies, and you get treasury for that as the first objective challenge. This is what you come up with at the start. A lot of these screens and menus, we'll go into them one by one. Your main one is this one, which gives you the summary screen. Now, looks kind of basic. It tells you how many regions you've got to capture a city, your culture, in this case barbarian, or Egyptian, etc. Prosperity, how much money you're going to have. In this case, you're a bit meager. And these are traits here. Imperium, you're allowed to have 2 or 3 armies. In this case, I've got 2 armies apparently, right? So you're allowed another 3rd army, so you're allowed to have maximum of 3 armies at this stage in the game. And this stage, you're also allowed to have 2 fleets. So it gives you a sort of risk factor. You're only allowed to have a set amount at this stage. Only 1 champion, got 1 spy, 1 dignitary, 0-1. So there's a maximum allow of certain things you can have. So you can't have lots and lots of armies, but you can only, again, you've only got a couple of fleets, so it limits you. These are the this is just our stuff, records and stats, tells you what turn you're on, what year it is, blah blah blah, land victories. It gives you a whole bunch of stats. This screen is your main screen. It tells you exactly what's going on here, and it can give you basically any information you want. As you can see here, I can click on each of my family members. These elder chiefs are part of my family, and other chiefs are kind of relatives to my family itself, and again I can use them. I can assassinate this guy, for example. And it'll give you skills and traits and households. This guy's quite old, he's 31. Ambition, 0. It's all relative stats. This game will be jam-packed with stats. If you want stats, it'll definitely throw these things at you itself. Okay, right. That being said, next sort of things we'll go through each of these wee tabs here. Objectives, brings up your objectives list, tells you that task that I just got there. Current objectives there, and that's your overall objectives there. Trade and finance, this brings up your trade scheme. This allows you to move your tax level. Your tax level can be increased and decreased. Advantage, if you increase tax, you'll get more money, yes, but you will cause people to be quite upset. Naturally, if you go on the plus side, I'll show you what I mean. See, increase there and it goes up a bit, but as you can see, public disorder will go more increase if I go there. So it's best to keep the tax level kind of middle at this stage. I see army income and upkeep, taking money off my finances itself because I've got this army here, a couple of army groups, trade partners, and last of all, summary itself. Just breaking it down. So I'm getting a slight profit at the end of this turn through taxes. Right, and the technology is where things get interesting. You get 2 routes. You can go the military route or the civil route. Military, kind of straightforward. Military will allow you to build, if we go into here, allow you to build things like chariots, Shelkill, that's harbours and other stuff, and increase all goes all the way up to stage 3. I don't think it'll let me click this, will it? Yeah, goes all the way to part 3 where you can build cavalry and stuff like that. And each of these sides is broken into 3 blocks. In this case it's war exercises, warrior's code, and these are all traits you can get and increase. As you can see here, missile damage. It's all kind of self-explanatory in this case. Each turn you'll be clicking on one of these to actually research. For example, if I research that, it would take 2 turns to research. Obviously after the first base turn of getting this, because I have to do this first before I can do anything else. Okay, so I'm actually going to go with Civil, because Civil will give you stuff like better defenses. These sort of thing helps with taxes, and this sort of one helps with getting better harvest. That's a fishing port there, for example, and it all helps you expand your city. But I'm going to go Civil and build that, and that'll give me a cattle farm. Cattle farm's pretty good. And that's technology done. Let's go on diplomacy. Diplomacy will fold me out into the main map of the world, and it will highlight the areas where I can talk to people. As you can see here with diplomacy, it will give you a marker to show you that I'm at war with this guy. Some red, so I'm at war with him. Kind of peaceful him, as you can see here. It'll tell you exactly country, projected value 63, because they're my same blood as me. So I'll initiate diplomacy with this guy.
My friend, be welcome. The spirits of this place smile upon you. The gods bless you.
Why does he sound retarded? Never mind. Can get them to demand payments. You can do trades, military alliance, declare war. There's a whole host of things. Join confederation is interesting. Ask the other faction to join your confederation. If you're a strong faction, you can get them to join your clans, and that means they'll automatically align with you and be where you have your flag under them, so they'll automatically switch to you. So that's quite a good one. It depends. It virtually means you don't need to beat them. They'll automatically go to your side. That's if you're a strong enough faction. You should be able to join a federation with them. An aggressive pact. This is like we're not going to fight you guys, and we'll just be very peaceful between you two. So that's also a good one. There's all sorts of details to this. They've improved diplomacy no end, giving you these extra options. So in this case, I'm going to go with trade agreement, and it gives you the likelihood of the success will be low. Let's try anyway.
I cannot agree, even though the ale calls and the food smells most excellent.
So he doesn't agree, but he says my drink is good, so my food smells excellent, but he's still fucking going to reject, so he's a bit of a pussy.
Greetings, friend.
Let's try this one.
We will speak together of whatever you wish.
I'm not
but
next to
bring
him, so I can't actually do that. Let's try this one and see where he's going to give me trade.
Speak quickly and well. Speak ill
Trade.
slowly, and I may...
Rejected. I'm distracted by your pretty beads, that was funny. I don't think I can trade cross water.
Welcome. Speak. Come on.
Nah, I can't trade across water. So I can't really do any diplomacy at present. Bit of a shame. But we'll come back out. But that's basically diplomacy itself. So that's covered all your buttons down here. Next up is this. Gives your events. If you've missed something at the end of the turn, it'll tell you here. Just bring up the events window. Forces will bring up all your groups of warriors battle itself. So we'll talk about them in a minute. Provinces, that'll tell you other provinces that are nearby to you. That's Germany, and that's otherwise Celtica. go back to Britannia right now. Right. And then factions, it'll bring up all the faction lists itself. These are all the ones that I know of. As you learn ones over the map, as you can see here, you've got the fog of war aspect. So only ones nearby are the ones you will actually see. And these are all the known factions here. I'm at war apparently with this faction here. Interesting. So let's find my wee scout guy. This is my scout.
Hail to the mother.
My scout's
How can I help?
very talented, bringing up these details. He's good. He's good at line of sight, military intelligence. He's good at discovering hidden agents, apparently. He's highly skilled at 29 years old.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to send him up here to Moradun. I'm apparently up against this guy, so
Guide my steps.
probably good if I go over here and look at this guy here.
Is there nothing else?
Alright,
That's
close enough
it.
there to look at this guy. Better click on him and show that he's got some sort of power. Typical He-Man expression there. But these heroic riders, and you can see here their base damage here. Levy Freeman itself, and he's got 3 stacks of them and some heroic riders. These heroic riders will cause some great damage if they get near me. 38 melee attack, good weapon damage, and really good defense. They're virtually horsemen with armor on. Some good standard guys. So that's allowed me to scout that area because I'm close enough to it. For example, I'm not close to this guy. I can see him standing there, but I don't know what he's got. Because you need to be close enough, either with troops or in this case with scout, as a safe way to find out exactly what you've got there. Okay, let's look at my armies.
Thirsty for battle!
Right, when you click on that army, you can look at stance first of all. It's 4 different stances. You can get, if you're defending, you can click stance fortify, and that allows them to put barricades up, beads or sharp stones. Shows you this time of year it is. It's back in the Rome times itself, so a lot of basic defenses. You can set them up for ambush, and it gives you additional abilities here to ambush people. You can set them up for raiding. Raiding by 2 routes, and it gets you some extra stats depending on that. And you can get into force march. It allows them movement increase as in this sort of stance mode, so awfully good to get you across the map quickly. Okay, let's look at details. And this is actually start screen itself. You can change their emblem. You can have them any emblem you like. That one is that. They got a wheel. The Road Warriors have a wheel. Okay. And these stats are normally as you go through they got traits. This guy's 40, you're probably going to die. Nobility is a skill he's got. Allows minus 10% providential capital main building and plus 3% tax. So he gets bonuses depending if he's near city apparently. Okay, next buttons are recruit or hire mercenaries. Hiring mercenaries are quite expensive. These guys are pretty impressive. Their stats will be higher than normal, but they'll cost a lot to run. As you can see, 210 per turn compared to these guys. These guys, as you can see here, have got 80 per turn. No, No, that's it. This is the score there. 280 per turn. These are mercenaries I've got here in this band. Where your basic guys will cost 80, 80, 150 because these guys are a bit more dangerous, and 90. So it costs more to get mercenaries. So sometimes that's not good because again, the more money you take, the less more it will impact on your income. So it's definitely not a good advantage to spend a lot of money on troops because you'll not have enough money to do anything else. So you can recruit units. All you do is click the plus button and this will recruit the basic units. So these will cost your normal amount. So again, this is the best way to do it really, would be to recruit units. And the units will automatically come to this spot. An old game used to come from the cities. In this case, you can recruit them on the spot to join your army. Mind you, only got maximum of 3 armies, so this is something that needs to get fixed. And here we have 6 out of 20. So there's only 6 guys. A maximum amount of guys you can have in an army would be 20. So give them a bit of space. So we'll recruit one of them, and another one of them. Just balance the team out slightly. Gives me a bit of output.
I live to serve the people of Britain.
And that's him done. Something I didn't mention was this general here. This is actual general that runs the army. And he gets relative stats as he progresses throughout. Right. So look at the other guy here.
Hail to the mother! How can I help?
And again, he's got stats as well. We'll just leave that the way it is. We'll recruit more some guys. This guy as well. A couple of slingers. So these are a couple more of these guys. There we go. 3 of them. That should balance it out. He's not getting the mercenary spearmen like the other guys got. So, oops, didn't mean that button. Just wanted to close that off. Right. Let's click on the city. Right. Your city's broken into 3 sections. In this case, Britannia is covered by that one, which is Iska, and Brokeman, which is up here. This is this area. These are all part of England, or in this case, Britannia. So they're all relatively our cities. So as long if all these cities are all happy, then it balances out. If any actions taken in a different city, it can affect your main city here, because all these cities are linked together. I'll show you what I mean about linked together. If I go down here, it will show you these 2 cities in Belgica, are linked together. So anything that happens in Trevorium could affect directly what's happening in Nemeteneca. Everyone's in different sort of stands here. If we go down here, I'm gonna let me click. Let's find another place. Oh, there's another place in here. Again, they've got a group of and they're all 4 in a row. So if you take over one city, you might find it'll make it easier to take over the other cities because they'll get accustomed to you taking over. So it's definitely they're all linked together. So because they're all of the same blood clan itself, so it makes it a lot easier to take over once you've taken over one to take over the other one. So it's very important, this sort of psychology itself. This one provides farmers and Britain slingers. We're going to look at these buttons in a sec. We'll look at these first. These are upgrades. You can upgrade and expand the city, or you can directly upgrade one of these things here. At present I have got 4 food, income and a +8, so public order is not bad. If I do this one, it'll increase food to 8. My public order will go down by 4 though. It will be affected by that stat. But I'll get more wealth by turning this city into a fishing village, and it'll give me options to build certain clans itself, assault raiders and levy freemen at the moment. Again, I'll be able to build that, so that's one option, the fishing village. I could upgrade the city. Upgrading this city would -6 my food. Probably not a good idea because my food's only at 4. And then it will increase wealth and influence and stuff. So it's definitely moving me towards upgrading the fishing village first. We'll do that. Working on that, and that'll work for 5 turns. It'll take 5 turns to complete that, and it'll give me some interest there when that's complete. Right, let's look at the overview of this game here. Again, gives you stats and overview, slaves, taxes, blah 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 blah. And public order is at 8 plus, so that's good. This allows you to exempt the tax of province. That means you will not get any money from this province if you exempt them from tax. Sometimes you have to exempt if you've got a public disorder issue, so it gives you an option to turn that on to stop you taking money in, but it can affect your obviously income, so I would probably take a loss if I started to exempt this city, because I'm not the only city I've got. I can raise a third force because I can allowed another force. I can also raise some fleets as well, give me an option to do so at any point in time. This guy in the middle is part of my elder chief, so it would cost me nothing to hire him. These other guys are other chiefs. It will cost me a bit of money to get a hold of these guys to do my armies. Probably the best idea would be to use my elder chief here to raise that for the army. And you can raise a fleet here as well and a ship. Recruiting agents, not active at the present moment because I don't have the skill required, but it allows you to hire a scout. I'm only allowed 1 scout, so technically at the moment there's not much else I can do. There's other types, so there's dignitary and champion, but I can't hire them at present moment. Okay, so I've done that. Once you've completed your turn, you'll just click the end turn button, and the computer's AI will give you a next step in the thing after it's given all the turns to the other player. So we'll see what end turn comes up with. I will allow the computer AI to complete the turn. This is where it can take quite a while to go through the different clans itself. I'll catch up when at the end of this turn. Okay, so report there that about a few guys, and this is my turn again. It turns continuously with you looking at the technology page, looking to see if how you're doing there, and then looking at your troops to see how you're building.
For the tribe!
Yeah, I'm building nicely there. And then you look at the city and see that's building okay. So it kind of proceeds like that. There's not much to this game, it's just continuously there. Oh, he's built a boat. That looks like a boat to me. That's a boat. He's got war chariots on there, but that's definitely a fleet he's got there. So he's...
Yes.
Well, I can do things like sabotage. It gives you the option to do all sorts of trickery pokery. In this case I can spend my money to poison stuff. I can poison the wells, and it gives me a 60% chance that I can do that. So I think we'll go with that and see what I can do. See if I can complete this.
Sabotaging.
But I managed to poison the water in the enemy settlement. So I've poisoned the water in here. I've also leveled up. So he's leveled up.
Serve the people of Britain.
He gives me an extra skill trait. Probably percent chance in critical hits. Rare poison. Does this water smell a bit? Well, you know. Because I did the poison, he's now poison. He's got a poison trait, so that's pretty funny. The fact that he's now,
Hail to the mother.
because I did
How
that,
can I help?
the actions that I took have now made him like adept in doing poison. So that's quite
I
interesting. Yeah.
live to serve the people of Britain.
How has that affected the city itself? You see the big the poison clouds coming out here, because this place is kind of poison now. But anyway, we'll go into the next turn and see what else we can come up with. Okay, I seem to have found my agent. We'll research the Celtic fields. War has been declared and we're against the Caledonians, and yeah, so they apparently found my
How
guy
can
here.
I help?
Let's see if we can do something else. I'm gonna sabotage, assassinate. Let's try sabotage. See if assassination's any higher or not. It's a bit low.
What would you have of me? Hail to the mother. I'm not going there.
I think let's leave it this time.
What would you have of me?
Right, okay, let's see how my trips are doing.
Hail to the mother!
Well,
How can I help?
you're gonna come down here and you're gonna take this guy on.
Starting out! Your next command?
Right. I'll bring my other army across as well.
I live to serve the people of Britain,
Do you really?
gathering supplies. Journey completed.
Well, let's move them to there. And they get on there.
Warriors all.
7. He's got 4. I have
For the tribe!
2, 5, 9.
I live to serve the people of Britain.
And he'll have some basic guys in there as well. So I've got to do the math to see I've got big enough armies to deal with this. I can recruit my new army here. Raise forces. That guy there. I would like to see some chariots, please.
Hail to the mother.
And
How can I
so he is here, and he'll have his own units which I can recruit. Alright, and that's my backup troops there getting built. And our chariot racers. My fish is still built. I'm still researching my fish. Going to technology. It's now allowed me to do civils marked, so it gives me the free options here. Allows me to do construction perhaps. First one growth. Blah, 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 blah. This middle one is good, +5 wealth. Origins and -5 political action cost. So a lot of these ones in the middle are pretty good because you'll get the opportunity to build these sort of guys, and they help stop riots and stuff like that, and -10 corruption. So these are pretty good guys here to have. So I think we'll go with the Madridic Council. Should be this one, so we'll go with the knowledge of the oak. You can go with any of these trees. That's the whole technology system. You can click any of the ones there. So there's plenty of research, and a lot of these bigger ones will take really a long time to actually get, so many turns to actually learn. Okay, so more or less nothing happening here. We'll keep making turns. He's building a few guys in there. We'll keep making turns until we get something happening. Let's see if we can get this trade I was looking for. I was wanting this trade with this guy down here. It wasn't up for earlier. Let's see if we can try this time.
I welcome you, worthy speaker. I listen because your people...
That still doesn't want it. Something again. It might get trade if I get the fishing port, you know. We'll go to end turn.